just gotta run, and ain't nobody gonna hold you, and everybody needs someone. Don't try to go alone. Don't say I never told you. When you wake up tomorrow and your heart ain't feeling right, I'd love to steal up all of it, say goodbye to pain and sorrow every day and every night. I once heard somebody say, this is living don't come easy, and you never find your way. And if you try and walk alone, you already lost believing. And if the word rings true, and there's darkness before light, find somebody and get together, make love that lasts forever, every day and every night. When the whole damn world is beating you down, what about when you get burned from the tricks you never learned, and now you're dead on the ground? The story's sad, but it's true, and it can get the best of anyone. Loneliness won't get you through. You're gonna need to find a friend, gonna need to find someone. And if you wake up tomorrow and your heart ain't feeling right, find love to steal or borrow, say goodbye to pain and sorrow every day and every night. Every day and every night.
Hello, everybody. What's going on? What is going on? I don't need that right now. Hey, well, what's the weather like where you're at? It is hot here. I was just thinking it feels like, I don't know, we had a really cold snap. I'm getting out the electric blankets and everything. I have electric throw to sit in my chair, and that lasted, I don't know, about a week, I guess, 3 or 4 days, 5 days. And then now, like, it's 74 right now, and it's only 12:43, which means that, I mean, I guess we're getting up around 80. What's it like where y'all are? Good to see everybody. Good to see y'all. Perfectly Imperfect. Good to see you. Amber. I don't know about if anybody remembers some of the people who I knew back in the day. Amanda Zananda passed away, I heard. I don't know if it's true. I heard that last night. Some of y'all, I mean, Amber would have known her. KB, good to see you. I don't know if you're still here. Bliss Blessings. You like that? Yeah, I think people like that video I made of I found B. Tim, right? And I made a short about him. And yeah, so it's pretty funny, but It's just what it is. We'll play it here in a minute. We'll watch it. Bliss says, yeah, I want to watch it here. 84 in Texas, almost 70 today. Yeah, that's crazy. Amber, do you remember Amanda Zananda from back in the day? I just remember like kind of the name and sort of a little bit about her. Oh, bad health issues. She was in a, oh, that's horrible. And Big Al, that was somebody that was in, I think, well, that was somebody that was friends with Brittany J, and then they had some kind of falling out or something. And so, yeah, NC days. What are y'all doing, puppies? Hey, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Just a second. What are you doing? Don't get into my stuff, okay? Come up here. These silly puppies. They're just so silly. Hey, Willows. She did pass away, Mabel. Well, you know, and here's the thing, y'all. It's sad because people are you know, that's what we're going to talk about today, all the fighting and stuff. But we've got a lot of, you know, there's a large group of people that we all encounter on a daily basis. And people are going to have tragedies and have, you know, illness and death and everything. And we need to remember that because it is, Bliss, it's too short. Because in real life, you're not even around your real friends as much as you are on YouTube in chats and stuff. If you're somebody who's on YouTube a lot and in chats and stuff, I'm not a big chatter, but I feel like sometimes I know people online better than my friends, but I know them in real life. So it's kind of weird. They're mean people and they say life's too short and it's all about like, well, now there's been this parting of ways of creators, which causes people who aren't creators, or it causes creators problems too, because they're like, well, if I still talk to this person, then these people over here are going to leave me and they're not going to like me anymore. And I mean, I had it happen to me. I had people who were throwing money at me and stuff. And then I had a breakup or whatever with another YouTuber and they knew her first. Yeah. And they go, you know, and they leave to go there. And then they all start saying mean stuff about me when I didn't even do anything, right? I mean, I didn't even do half of, even a quarter of what was done to me as far as severity, like when you get doxxed. You know, when you, it just, I don't want to go into me here, but I'm just saying I've experienced that. And I think that there are YouTubers currently who are like, you know, what are we going to do? Because if you even go in somebody's chat, you can be chastised. Well, bullshit to that, I say. I'll go where I want to go. You know, but at the same time, people will side eye you because, oh, you were in there. Oh, you're taking her side, or you know, I got in trouble for taking my mother when my parents divorced. And I know I repeat a lot of my stories, but she's mad because I, quote, took my dad's side. But my dad, he was doing a lot of things to help me because I had some physical needs as far as getting driven to appointments and stuff. I couldn't drive myself to be put under, you know, they put you under propofol and stuff, and you cannot drive home and you have to. So anyway, my dad was helping me with that kind of stuff. And she wasn't. And then she filed divorce and didn't even tell me. And we're all adults, right? It's crazy. And didn't even tell me. I found out from him. And then years later, she's like, well, you took his side. Well, he threatened to blow his brains out. I don't know if I can say that on here. Sorry. He, you know, and what was I going to do? Just walk away from him? He's helping me. He's being nice to me. He's my father. And he threatened to take his own life. And so I'm just going to walk away from him? You know, it's just that kind of stuff. And so we never know what's going on with other people, especially on here. Yeah, and if my friends acted like this in real life, I'd back away. I'd be like, well, I mean, I had an acquaintance, uh, you know, I wouldn't say we're friends because we didn't hang out or anything, but definitely an acquaintance who was renting a room in some good friends of mine's home. And she started, I don't think she was living it with them when this happened, but she started holding up people at gunpoint. She's in prison for it now. You just never know. You don't know people. I know this other guy, very active in the Democratic Party in Little Rock when I was more active in political stuff. He worked for the Democratic Party of Arkansas, and he was accused, and he was smoking meth in his office for a county office, and he was uh, distributing, creating child pornography. He's in prison now for that. I mean, and these are people that we were all like, "Oh my god." So you just we don't know what people do. Amber says, "I get drugged by NC for being in Robbie's and I will leave like 10 comments." Oh, still? That's still happening? Divorced parents put their kids in rough spots. Can you imagine? I can't imagine as a kid going through that. I mean, I've been estranged from my parents for several years now, and it's what I had to do. It's what I had to do. And the amazing thing is that when I stopped drinking in June, I started remembering more stuff. I'm less of the, brain farts or the, what do you call them? Old person moment, senior moment. You like to go, you're eclectic, Holly. I feel like this is a social experiment. Yeah, can I get out of it? Happy Sunday, Barb. Hey, Tiff from Texas. Good to see you. Holly, Tiffany. Can we make this a reality show? We'll air it on my channel. Yeah, she's gone hard for me because she says I stalk and harass her. It's warm in Texas. Bliss, they'd all be stealing from each other and fighting. Amber says, I ended up going no contact with my parents, Barb, when I was going through the stuff with my daughter. Amber, hey, hit me up. We'll talk because I know what was going on a little bit then, and we haven't talked in all that time. But, people think, well, I just can't believe you would not talk to your parents. Well, sometimes not putting yourself in that. Well, what I was going to say is, so on, the algorithms like Facebook algorithm, they keep feeding me this stuff about daughters of narcissists. And I'm like, I never said my mother was a narcissist. Why are y'all sending me these things? And I look at, and I think both of my parents were, or had tendencies, narcissistic tendencies. You can't diagnose somebody who's not, especially if you're not educated to do that. But I would say, and I get these, they come across my Facebook and they're memes. And then they'll have stuff written on them too. And the meme is written out. And I'm like, why is all that stuff exactly what happened to me? So I'm starting to, I feel like I'm starting to heal from some of that stuff after all these years. And after therapy, I haven't been to therapy in many years, but a lot of therapy trying to get along with my family and find a place with my family. And all of a sudden I'm feeling healed a little bit. Not, oh, I got healed. No, like healed a little bit from it. Like I'm starting to see, oh. And the sister teaming up with the parents was all a part of the manipulation. And it's, and I kind of stopped blaming my sister for a lot of things because she was a child too. But we're adults now, and that's something we need to fix between us. But anyway, I think if you just be open to stuff, that it'll cross your path, and if you grab onto it, maybe for me, this is what just started happening, and I'm like, I'm leaning into it. I'm leaning into this thing with my parents, this disagreement, kind of lifelong thing, and what I say is was abusive and stuff. Hey, Teresa Green. I wouldn't say this is a pattern going back to the YouTube creator fighting. I've not seen it like this bad. To me, I haven't seen these breakup like this in a while where people are really like, they're really going at, well, some of the creators are really going at Jay, and Jay's, what I can see, from what I can see, is just going live and doing her own thing. I don't know what people do. All I know is what I see online. I'm not in Discord or anything, but I think it's funny because Granny says she's not on Discord, and I don't. Maybe she's not anymore. This was a couple of years ago when she was mad at me, and she sent me this Discord invitation by mistake. And even when I got it, then there was a follow-up right behind it saying this wasn't meant for you. Well, I went in there and made me a Discord. I wasn't on Discord, so I go in there. I signed up for Discord and went in their Discord. I'm like, what is this all about? Knowing that I wasn't staying, knowing that I wasn't invited, knowing that they were going to be freaking out. And I go in there and it's like, well, one of them, I'm not going to say her name, she was freaking out. We don't want that bitch in here, blah, blah. Like, and then I guess they got Granny in there to knock me out. I was laughing because I'm like, I don't want to be in your damn Discord. So I don't know if she really has one or not, but she had one. But a lot of these people have Discords, and evidently a lot of this crap goes on in there. I think it's mod chats for Britney stuff. Teresa Green's from Natasha's. A narcissistic Barb. My sister and I realize our parents have narcissistic tendencies as well, emotionally immature. The FBI is watching. Who called the FBI? Hey, Retha Bell. Mabel, who called the FBI? I haven't talked to you in a while then, Amber. 2.5 years. Well, my parents and I have had a little bit of contact via, I'll either text them happy birthday or they'll text me happy birthday. It's like this simple little text. And I think last year I didn't text any of them. And I think my sister texted me she texted me something and I just ignored it because it was just so ignorant. But anyway, healthy boundaries are a great thing for your own mental health. Well, it's something I had to do. Like it was either that or I'm going to just be depressed and upset all the time. Because if you're living in the past, that's depression. And if you're upset about, if you're kind of edgy or upset or whatever, if you're thinking about the past, that's depression. And if you're thinking about the future, it's anxiety. I mean, that's one way. You can't break it down that simple, but depression tends to look backwards and anxiety tends to be you're more afraid of what's to come. And so I got that from a doctor. Jay did a rumble on the drama. She did. Rita Bell, hey, your puppy is well behaved. Why don't mine sit? Well, no, I don't even know why she's just sitting here like this. Like, because now she's on my lap. Now she's laid down on my lap. It's not cold. I don't know what her deal is. So guys, what was I going to say? Like, what do you think about what's going on? And are you the kind of person who is afraid? Like people are saying, oh, so-and-so's afraid of Clue. I'm kind of scared of Clue and Cletus. I'm kind of scared of them. I went in there yesterday and I think somebody shared my video with them about BTM. Thank you, April. And they played my video and I was like, drop that link or something. And they dropped my link, but Clue never said, hey, this creator made this video. Make sure you go, this, oh, hey, Barb, that's Barb. I guess they don't like me because there I am right there on the screen, and she doesn't say anything about, oh, I'm going to share this video. Thank you, Barb, for letting us share your video. And they did drop my link, but the chat was going really fast. So I don't think anybody even saw it. But I mean, that would just be a little bit of appreciation. But I'm not going to harass them over it. It's no big deal. I just think when people were saying somebody was afraid of them, and I thought, I'm afraid of them because they seem to dig a lot. And I heard Clue saying that she knows some of the people's first and last names that are mods. And I don't know how that got spilled out, but that's scary to me. We shouldn't have to worry about being outed to people in our real life. I don't know if the names are right, but when you give somebody's real name and you give somebody's mod name, it just, to me, it's not right. Yeah, and I mean, Ark, I mean, I am intimidated by the fact that some of these people have really loud voice, not talking about how many views they get or anything. I'm talking about they're loud and they're that's a couple, right? So if you're like a more mild, I've been called meek and whatever, but I'm just like, you could tear somebody like me apart and spit me out and wouldn't even think 2 seconds about it. So somebody said, I can't believe my dog's laying right here in my lap. Hey, postcards, what are you doing? Toxicity. In my opinion, yes, there are creators intimidated by them. Is anybody else intimidated by any creator? I know that sounds dumb, but I had a creator go at me, and I had a creator say awful things about me. And I've spent my life trying to run away from and better myself from when I did bad shit like cocaine, like when I really effed up my life, and then I turned it around, and I'm retired now. I'm just kind of like trying to live, but I also like to have my YouTube channel, right? I need to make a little bit of money. And it's like, I don't know. Illuminati is a true person and never talks disrespectful about you. Me? But the thing about it is, even if somebody doesn't talk bad about me, no, I'm not talking about Clue right. I'm not talking about anybody in particular right now. When somebody talks bad or does bad things to a person, there's nothing to stop them from doing it to you. And when we go along with that as a viewer or a sub or a member or even another creator, we're enabling that. So if I'm like being nasty to somebody and everybody's applauding it, then all those people are being nasty to that person. It's not worth, to me, it's not worth it to be on here to go through all that. Oh, toxicity. Your check is on the way. I'll send you a tip. Thank you. Art says, I don't feel comfortable chatting in any of their chats or chats where they frequent since the Jay stuff. I personally like Jay. Well, you know what? Here's the thing. I can go in chats and never even be, nobody, no mods, nobody say anything, which is fine. I know because I'm not a big chatter, and maybe I know that you don't always get seen. I try, and I have, very few people in my chats, but it's, I don't know. I've not chatted before, but have listened to you from time to time. I don't feel comfortable chat. Yeah, that's what I was like. I've been in clues before yesterday and not even been seen. And I think you just don't, I think that there's just a lot of chatting in there. I think that's a lot of it. I think that the chats that move really fast. I'm not a member. I'm not buying. They're not seeing a lot of things. I think it's because those mods have threatened Clue Crew and Cletus and Baby Clue Crew, and they were named the C&D. Hey, Emma Swan. Hey, Barb and everyone. Happy Sunday. Maybe so, April, that doesn't make them. Maybe so, April, but that doesn't make them doing the same behavior back. It's not two whole. I'm not sure. Is that whole two wrongs don't make a right? But she wouldn't come after her child or the trauma they endured. I'm not going after anybody's child. I mean, I've spoken about what I feel like's going on to damage Brittany's family, her children. That was kind of how a lot of people found me, because that got shared out because I was talking about Brittany, and I've reviewed her here a few times, but I don't go after people's kids. Like, I'm not going after anybody's kids. Why would I? I usually watch everyone in the bushes. Most of the time I watch YouTube on my TV and chat with my phone like I'm doing now. That's cool, Emma. Elise said, I think we need to clarify threats. Okay. Where was that said? Threats. Will please tell your mods to stop timing me out. I am respectful. Is anybody timing out Teresa Green? I haven't seen any. I've got a couple of mods in here, but I haven't seen her doing anything. Teresa, it may be YouTube. Yeah, and also if you put certain words in here, they may be getting held because I have creators' names to be held. In other words, BJ keeps poking. BJ is the one that keeps poking. I think it goes back and forth. I do. I think it goes back and forth. And I think that the going real life, the filing the lawsuits and that stuff is on, like, Brittany's the one who's been doing that. And then you've got people having to defend it. Not that I'm not saying that she's wrong 100%. I'm not taking a side necessarily on that, other than you need to get your ducks in a row before you go file on somebody. And if you go file on somebody, you need to shut up talking about them. Yeah, I don't think anybody's being timed out. I don't think Amber or Toxicity would just randomly time anybody out. Hey, Gina Marie. Even if that was true, April, two wrongs don't make a right. What did I miss from April that everybody's, but she wouldn't come after her child? Okay. April said back here, that's because those mods have threatened. How did they threaten them? I don't know about anybody being threatened, other than Brittany's husband, boyfriend, whatever. He's threatened that there's lawsuits coming, and they've raised like $10K. Yeah, Toxicity's not timing anybody out. I'd like to know where the money is, Brittany. And I don't hate Brittany. Like, I don't hate Brittany at all. I hate things that people do. I hate that you still eat while you're live. I hate that. Absolutely hate that. I hate what your children are going through, and I hate being lied to. Being lied to is the worst. But I don't hate Brittany. There aren't any other creators that I hate. Emma says, honestly, I thought about leaving YouTube recently as of yesterday, but I will chat in Nonsense Duchess, Queen Bee, and Kathy P's chats. And Barb's, right? Because here you are, Emma. Right? You better add me to the list, Emma. Barb, the scoop with Barb right here. Right, Emma? And I support others here too. People literally do not have to reply to poking either. No, they don't. And that's the thing, when you go and you file a lawsuit against things that are going online, you need to ask, like, why did you, why didn't you log off? Because you can log off. I know it's easier said than done, but you do have that option. And that's a whole lot of why you don't need a restraining order if nothing's going on at your house. Someone came in, Lolly's making threats, but I kind of think it was kids. Oh. April says, Holly S., I have seen you in Clues and back in BJ doing the same. Okay. But I decided not to leave YouTube because I am just a subscriber in most everyone's chat. And I only have like 7 subscribers on my non-existent channel. Wow, Emma, that's coolio. It's not just Brittany. They go back and forth. Right is right and wrong is wrong. They do. They all go back and forth. And without, like, I typically get more views if I'm like, because that's the only person lately that I've reviewed. Well, I reviewed Julie Skolnick that one day. Holly, I think Holly's, April says, that's funny as AF. You haven't seen me in Clues. You are wrong. I think there are several Hollys running around. Besides, why are you watching random people? That's creepy. Everyone goes back and forth. Toxicity says, in my opinion, I really don't think it's just one particular person, but I'll leave it at that. Teresa Green, blocked again? Teresa, who are you and why are you having problems? There's nothing going on in my chat. Look, there's 62 people watching. We don't even have a big chat. We all see you. I'm so sick and tired of it. BJ continues to poke the bear despite being warned. Everybody's in the wrong, y'all. Everybody's in the wrong, at least partially. 2 wrongs don't make a right. We could ask Queen where the money is too. Jose Martinez. We could. And I don't go in Queens much, but from what I've heard, there are real dockets for her. So I don't think you're going to get Queen's stuff. She's been raising money for, I heard at least $100,000. I wouldn't doubt that at all. But people, yeah, where's the money? I'm not a Queen Bee follower, so it's not something that I think about. But I do think about it with Brittany because it's fresh and it just happened. And correct, I don't like eating on panel. I hate she is using the Lord for her grift. Yeah, Mittens. I hate that. See, the thing she does that I hate, that I really can't stand. Like, I can't stand that she goes late, that she is always late to her stuff, but she's always late, so she's consistent. So everybody knows she's going to be late, and that's her thing. Very few with clean hands. The eating pisses me off. Doing stuff offline. Teresa says, I'm a good person, I promise. Promises. I don't know anybody. I don't know anybody except I know Amber and Toxicity. We go way back. I've talked to both of them. They happen to be here today. A lot of times they're not in my chats because they have real lives, and kids and stuff. And I know them. I've talked to them on the phone, both of them. And guess what? We didn't plan what we were going to do to anybody or do any of that stuff. Let's take a little, let's just take a little time here. Let's watch this. This is B. Tim. I found B. Tim. I don't know what to tell you, but you guys have been looking for B. Tim for months or years even. And one quick little viewing, I found B. Tim. And look what B. Tim does when he says he's going to work. I don't know what to tell you, but you guys have been looking for B. Tim for months or years even. And one quick little viewing, I found B. Tim. And look what B. Tim does when he says he's going to work. No, I didn't see Skolnick today. What'd she do? Was she crying? Skolnick did cross the line, putting BJ's deceased grandfather and her relatives in the mix. Yeah, she did. That's not right. Not when you have a way to go look up people's ancestry, which a few weeks ago I heard them talking about her and how good she was at looking up people's ancestry. And I don't know anything about Julie. I don't watch Julie. And I was like, oh, I'm going to get her to do mine. I'm thinking about getting her to do mine. And I'm like, not anymore. I don't know why, if people want to raise money for lawsuits, excuse me, they don't just direct it to their attorney's payment center. Yeah. I can't stand BJ, but on the other hand, everyone is at fault for everything going on, or she's not at fault, or everybody's at fault. Y'all like that? Hey, Casey Blues, QB has shown all the receipts. Let's keep it real across the board. But I'm also one of those folks need to take a step back. Yeah, but see, Amber and Toxicity and I were around when Natasha Cooper got $20,000 4 years ago. Like, what was that? Like 4 years ago to hire an attorney to go at people on the internet, and she didn't do it. She didn't do any of it. Y'all, you probably missed it. My eyes when I was doing that video, and you could see my eyes. I was going, don't agree with everything that everyone is doing on YouTube. No, it's all insane. And it's, yes, I mentioned that, Emma. Yesterday, we found out that Amanda Zananda had passed away, and we found out that Big Al had passed away. There are people probably passing away all the time. I don't mean it like that, but you've got thousands of people who watch videos around us who never come in chat, or if they do, they're not like one of the main chatters, and they could leave tomorrow and nobody would know. There's people who life is short and you can be gone in a flash. Burnt toast, don't know her, just know that she lost her channel yesterday or the day before. Boom, your channel's gone. She doesn't depend on it for her income. Other people, it's their quote job, and it's so fragile. This YouTube, being a YouTube creator, and the money, if you're like, I'm not monetized, but if you're monetized, it's like I was monetized, and in a blink, one email, boom, you're no longer monetized, and it's so quick. And that's how life is. That's how life is. And I think the amount of time we waste on this internet acting like fools, I think that's a perfect place to just leave that up right now. Some people said they thought Tim's stinger would be bigger. They thought his stinger would be bigger. What did Toxicity say? Well, you paid me to be here. So, yeah, no, I pay her every day. Lawsuits are so costly and stressful. I can't understand why people want to go into them. It's weird. Get into them. I have a different perspective. I have a perspective in that, I'm not in the middle of all the drama, and I'm watching it as an observer, and I got pulled into it, not in a bad way. When I got pulled into it, it was because someone had shared, or she had found a video where Brittany was on my panel. And so when she showed it, then the whole group showed it. Queen showed it. I don't know. I think Queen showed it. Queen showed it because Voices was saying nasty stuff about me that wasn't true. Nonsense showed it on Granny's. I'm sure Granny really was livid about that because she was showing it on there. I don't even know. Nonsense showed it, like I said, that she showed it on Granny's. Then Jay showed it. That some of them shared my link, and I got new subs from that, and I was fine, with them because they weren't going at me. And that's when I started going live again. I've always been here. Thank you, April. Y'all are laughing at this cracked me up, especially when B. Tim says real fast, okay, I got to go to work. Nobody is perfect, Holly. Okay. Parody of Brittany on racism. Hey, Wolfie, good to see you. I laughed till I had tears. No, and I'm just saying, like, if somebody wants to show my stuff, I don't care. But share my link out. I mean, you know, share my link out. I'm over here. I need some attention too. Give me some attention. I don't know y'all in my real life. Sorry to say that. I'm nice, but I'm brutally honest at the same time. I'm the voice of reason lately. I've always been the voice of reason. Bye, Teresa. Britt said it needed to be exposed. I wasn't here on YouTube until the Sebastian Rogers case. Oh yeah, Brittany and okay. April says, please put yourself in Clue's situation. If anyone came after my child and OB children, y'all, I don't know. I don't go. I do listen to Brittany because I sometimes review her. I don't listen to all this back and forth with people. If they're talking about they're going at somebody's kids, I haven't seen that. Yeah, get a damn job. So that's why I like listening to Barb. It's different content. Is that the only reason, Bliss? Just because I'm different? I picture B. Tim look like Drew Carey. Oh my God, no one is coming after her adult child. It's so weird to keep being a parent and saying that. Holly, you know what I don't get is if I was afraid for my adult child and she wanted to have a YouTube channel, that would be great and fine, but I wouldn't share it. Like I wouldn't share her videos. I wouldn't share her channel. Clue's in the middle of a community that fights, and then your grown adult daughter wants to have a channel, which is fine. But if she's really at risk, if people are really threatening her, then why are you putting her out there like that? I know they cover her face and stuff. They distort, Tampon Timmy doesn't have a big stinger. Wow. So I understand completely that Clue, Cletus, and QB have been through hell recently with BJ and her C&Ds and the ROs. Okay, the ROs were laughing stock. The ROs were nothing but a laughing stock. They're nothing but to be laughed at. Clue and Cletus having to hire attorneys to go after Brittany, I admit that's an issue, and I would not be thrilled if that happened to me. And yes, that is something that happened to them. But the back and forth on here and all the threats and stuff, threats that are kind of, they're in an undertone, a threat where you can't pin it on them as a threat, but if you hear it, you hear it. Hey, Pakistan man, most wanted, Pakistan's most wanted. Look how BJ has treated her past mod, saying everything about her. Well, yeah, people leave her and they say shit about her. And and I'm not taking her side, but she has a right to talk about them. If they're talking about her, that's the beauty. That's the whatever. I can't think of what I was going to say. I'm so tired of being so thin. Okay. Who is Voices? Nobody. Don't worry about it. Perfectly Imperfect says, I can't stand Voices. Well, I heard Voices was mad now at B and them again. So, yeah, and she did lose her channel, but she's Big Ange now. Yeah, now she's Big Ange or something Biggin. Something, she's got Bigham in her name. Wolfie says, April, I have a reason to hate Brit, but I don't condone what others do, and Brit's mods aren't Brit. I shared your short to crama community. I thought it was hilarious, the one that you have on the screen. I think, did you share that yesterday to Cluminati? I think it was you. And then I saw that. I was just in there for a little bit. And I saw that and I was like, oh, I bet that's mine because you said it's funny about BTM. And I was like, why? I'm like, why haven't anybody? I was thinking they had probably already shown it because, I mean, it's funny. So I watched it when she showed it, but I was just disappointed that she didn't even say, hey, Barb, or this is the scoop with Barb, or any of that, because I just think that would have been the right thing to do if you're going to share somebody's video out. I'm not going to strike or nothing like that. That's dumb. But I just think if you had, there must be a reason that you don't like me, that you're against me. And I have a good reason to think that there's a particular person who may have said things about me to these people because they do that. Oh my God, Britt didn't go for her child. Holly S. People were baby clues threatening her. In Baby Clue's chat, they were threatening Baby Clue. Hey, Great Dane lover. Yeah, Brittany says people are talking about her kids when they're talking about her parenting. Now, I have heard people talk about her kids. They called her kids ugly and stuff. That is not appropriate. You shouldn't talk about the children. You could say Brittany apparently sent her kids to school in dirty clothes. You got to word it right, dude. I mean, it's not the kid's fault. Brittany didn't show her daughter's channel. Isn't she in college? Did I say Brittany showed that? Bliss says, I like your channels too so much. I love your take on so much too. You're not drama. Well, I do a little bit of drama. Seriously, I don't understand when people just commentates on going by BJ, Craig, and everyone else's words. Well, Emma, who are you talking about does that? Who commentates just going on Brittany's, Craig's, and everyone else's words? What else you got to go on? Their underwear? I mean, what? What? Our words is all we got to go on. That's all we got. Amber Queen's kids know that they're being talked about. Barb, your B10 video made my day. I love you. I love you too, Julie. See, it's right there on the screen. He's got a little bitty stinger. Little bitty. But being talked about doesn't affect your daily life. Not really. Sure doesn't. Agree, they are nothing to laugh at. And BJ didn't even show up for both court dates. She sure didn't. They for sure be clues. Yes, they for be clue. I don't know what you're saying, April. I can't. I'm sorry. Clue and Cletus should absolutely try to get their legal expenses back from BJ. That was ridiculous. Agreed. 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 I think everybody who has been wrongly charged, I think they should, I mean, for the fact that Brittany didn't really follow through with that. I mean, I guess anybody has the right to go do it. But she didn't even follow through with it. She didn't have an attorney. She didn't do any of this stuff. And they ended up, they didn't have to have an attorney, but they sure did need to have an attorney. They were accusing the other of things not done. I keep rewinding it over and over. Y'all love it that much? Emma, I follow Clue, but I did like Baby Clue's channel and subscribe. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's nothing wrong with her having a channel. Wolfie says, have a great day, Barb. I cannot with stupid people in the chat. Okay, see you later. Rebel Red. They're all addicted to the attention, and I'm sure the super chat money comes in handy too. Rebel Red, you need to put the super chat money on top and then the attention. Because, I mean, I like attention too. I love attention. Who doesn't? I love the attention. I just don't get the money with it. But no, I mean, seriously. Yeah, everybody wants to be the best. And everybody wants to be it's like in real life. Everybody wants to be the best at your job. You want to be the best at your profession. You want to be the best in your sport. Everybody wants to be the best, but not everybody can be the best. And then that's why you start fighting, because you feel like somebody one-upped you. And I said this the other day, like they're coming at Jay with a lot of stuff from the past. I don't know what's true and what's not because I wasn't there, right? And they're coming at her with all that stuff. And I'm like, well, if you knew all this before, which you evidently did because you're throwing it out now, why were you close to that person then? If that's all true, I said this the other day. Don't get it. You told Clue where it came from. Well, you can see where it came from because it's right there on the screen. See? And there's Barb right there in it. And it's like she did just completely ignored me. So, I mean, that's fine, but I mean, I didn't ask you to play it. Emma, did I say so? Oh, no, I can't. Julie, but what does it accomplish? Nope, you didn't say that, Barb. Everyone put on your listening ears. People keep attacking others for different opinions on. Baby Clue is Cluminati's daughter. She just started college. Emma, I don't have opinion. I have morals. Amber, I don't think it will accomplish anything. Okay. Hey, Connie. So, what do y'all think about? Here's something that I've been wanting to go live about, and we'll just talk about it now. We'll just talk about it within this live stream because it fits in here. Let's say that your favorite creator, I don't even know what y'all are fighting about. Let's say that your favorite creator came on here and said that they had a life-ending disease with no cure, kidney failure or liver failure or something, and they couldn't get a transplant and they had months to live. And could you please donate? Because, a lot of times when people are going through medical conditions like that, they need services that aren't provided, or maybe they don't have insurance, or maybe they want to take a trip or buy themselves a wig or something. I don't know. I'm just saying. What if your favorite creator came on here and did all that, and then a couple of months later you found out they were fine and they didn't need that money at all? And they made it all up. There was that woman, can't Scamanda. Her name was Scamanda. Her name is Amanda, but they called her Scamanda. And she lied to this church, and she would go up there and sit in front of the church and, give her testimony on going through this cancer that she had and everything. And she had this fake port that she had put on her chest, and she did all this stuff, and she got a lot of money from those people. Well, what I want to know is, if this was somebody you knew in real life or on here, if somebody on here did it, are you going to just forgive them and continue to be friends with them and support them and send them money? Yeah, thumbs up, please. All options are welcome in here. We just are having a discussion. Why block people? Did somebody get blocked? Okay, this is what I want to hear from y'all. So ARC is, you're only gonna be mad about it if you donated a large amount of money? Really? So you're not gonna be mad that these people lied? That this YouTube creator said they had kidney failure and they only had months to live and they needed money, and then you found out the whole thing was a lie? Or this Scamanda at this church, who, a real life story. What are you going to do? Are you going to like them, stand by them, give them your money, be friends with them? Like none of it ever happened? That's what happens on here. That's what I'm trying to wonder is felons are celebrated. Bad things are celebrated. People doing bad things to people. They get money, they get attention, they get power. They get all this stuff from being the bad guy. Bliss says, it's like what I do in real life. I donate from the goodness of my heart. I feel led, but if the person lies, then they have to answer to someone one day. I would definitely not send anything else. Good point. Never do it again. Please, no one spread lies. It's good to have a difference of opinions. Don't spread lies. If I have best friend of 15 years who lied to me about having cancer, Jinxie says, excuse me, just a second. Jinxie says, I had a best friend of 15 years who lied to me about having cancer. And the moment I found out, I outed her to everyone and cut ties with her, even though I loved her children and extended family. Good, Jinxie, because that's what I would do. Like, you can't lie about, I have a friend right now, and I've told y'all this in the last few weeks. I mean, she's on her last days. She's got incurable cancer that they tried, and it's like it turned her lungs. They said her lungs look like shattered glass. It started in her ovaries, but the cancer was spreading like, you know how broken glass looks, and it's spreading through all those little breaks, what looks like breaks. And it's not somebody that I saw all the time. I met her years ago, and we've remained Facebook friends. But when you got somebody, you know, when you've lost someone to an illness or cancer, I had a friend who died of colon cancer. Pretty good friends with her. Went to church, hung out with her. Really good person. Nope, lying about illness and getting money for it, no matter the size of the donation, is horrifying. I just can't. I think some feel others are worse and they feel bad for the lesser of two evils. Wolfie, I think that's true. I think on the internet, that's how it is. It's like, well, if I leave this person, then, I'm going to be on the other side. I'm going to be on the enemy side. Unfortunately, people do bad things in life. Life isn't all YouTube in real life. Emma, that doesn't make any sense. But we're talking about two scenarios here. One of them was a YouTube creator that I made up who has a kidney problem. And one is that Scamanda who had a whole Netflix thing, it was one of those channels made about her. And there's been other news stories about her. First, there was a podcast about her. And she would go up in front of this church and they would donate and they would pass the collection basket for her. And she was getting all this money and the whole thing was a big old scam. You can never trust that person again. Tiff, I'm with you. I can't stand a lying liar. You lie to me and that's it. Maybe if it was some tiny little lie, I'm not going to probably even know, because everybody lies. Everybody lies. A little bit, at least. Bish, you got 30 days to return my money or an obituary. That's right. Wolfie, I have a hard time feeling bad about any of these people because of all the bad behavior back and forth. Oh, Amber, thanks. Yeah. And then my other friend who, I guess she's cancer-free, one of my very dearest friends, had a double mastectomy and a reconstruct about 7 weeks ago. And it had not spread. Reminded me, when I got that call from her, reminded me that I'm late on my mammogram. Guess where I'm going in the morning? Mammogram. I'm thinking I'm going to make a video. I'm going to make a little video about it. Not of the mammogram, because I don't want y'all to get sick. But everybody you need to get your mammograms, ladies. And now in my life, I'm at the moment myself fighting endometrial cancer. Jinx, I'm so sorry. And just went through radiation treatments, and knowing how she lied like that enrages me even more when I think about it. I think anybody who's lost a friend or who suffered through cancer, and I'm sorry, Jinx, that's horrible. And my prayers are with you that you get that all this, cures it and everything. I mean, I hate that you're having to go through all that. That's horrible. I don't know you, but I mean, for anybody to have to go through all that, it's a horrible thing. My friend was fortunate that they caught hers early and she didn't have to have chemo or radiation. It had not spread. That's the ideal way to catch it if you have breast cancer, or any cancer. And they've come a long way with breast cancer, a long way. It's way more survivable now than it ever was. And okay, Emma, not the situation you're talking about. Thank you, Jinxie. Yeah, the Scamanda case, you're the one who sent that to me, Amber. You had sent me that when I stopped doing drama. And I was like, it's a podcast. I don't really know how to do it without getting in trouble. But someone got legally held accountable for stealing money and she's in prison. Oh, I did not realize. So she's in prison. Maybe I need to do maybe we'll do, I always say maybe I'm going to do something, but that is something I would like to cover. I believe she had a show. I think there's enough out there now about her that I could do it. Lie about anything but saying you have a health issue and you need money for it. Now I understand completely that it might impact others more than it does myself, especially if it's something personal like experiencing that illness. Yeah, I think anytime, and the thing about that is when you ask for money, that the legal system will go after money. They really, money is one of the things you have to go after. If you go for defamation, you're going for money, right? Just having them shut up after they've said horrible things about you won't fix anything. Money won't fix it, but you're seeking money for defamation. Everything's always based around money. Yes, Emma, we're all human with many flaws. Amber Scamanda. And Amanda C. Riley. Yeah, and okay, so if y'all think that this person in real life who did this is horrible for doing this, then why don't people get mad when YouTubers ask for money and don't spend it for what they raised it for, especially if they're lying about having something wrong with them physically, or someone in their family, or a friend or parent or anything. Oh, congratulations on ringing the bell. Oh, great. So that means that every 3 months for 5 years. That's really good news, though. That's interesting, Amber, that was the first legal case. And so the IRS, see, that's what I'm saying. If it involves money, just look at it. If you go and shoplift a candy bar, that's not a felony. But depending on where you live, how much the value of it is that you steal. If you steal like over 5,000, it's, a felony, or, it's like that. And it's always based on money. Who is Tekken Bro? I'm writing this down because that's what I do. Because when I was a kid, we didn't have computers. We just wrote things down. Elizabeth Teckenbrock. What did Elizabeth Teckenbrock do? Can I don't think I can show Hulu stuff though, can I? I got y'all on the laptop and Twitter on my phone. Don't judge me. Okay, Tiff. You're welcome. The IRS considers money online like that a form of money laundering, wire fraud. Oh. Oh, Teckenbrock faked cancer multiple times and got money for it. Wow. Lori Jean says, and welcome, Lori Jean, I quit drinking 6 years ago. I feel like a completely different human being. Well, I mean, I just stopped drinking in June, and I had not really drank that much until about 4 years ago. I started drinking, more often and stuff. And it just had become a daily thing. And I'm like, I don't need this. But my mind has been clearer. And I don't know if you were in here earlier. I do feel like I'm starting to, light bulbs are coming on about some things, and it's helping me. Oh, she scammed some elderly men. I'm nosy too. That's why I went with true crime. I'm kind of staying away from true crime as much as I was before. Lori Green is way behind. Oh, so I think Lori just had heard me talking about drinking. I like the stuff from LDS and all the stuff with Lauren Matthias and things like that. Oh, this bitch is a habitual thief. Who is that? Who is that? Let me take just a second here.
You know what's wild? That allegedly with Brittany J fundraiser on GiftSendGo, the one that was supposed to pay for an attorney to handle online issues, yeah, something about that isn't adding up. If you donated, you can actually ask for your money back. And if you didn't, but you've got proof or screenshots that the money wasn't used like promised, you can still report it directly to GiftSendGo. Because here's the thing, GiftSendGo does have rules. And when the story doesn't match the receipts, that's a problem. Accountability isn't hate, it's honesty. And people with nothing to hide nothing. You know what's wild? That allegedly with Brittany J fundraiser on
I didn't mean to.
I don't know what to
Well, I mean, y'all, the thing about what I was saying about that video short about Brittany that I made, you can report that even if you didn't give, because GiftSendGo has their terms of service too. And I don't think they're going to take too kindly, but I don't know if anybody reported her or not. Oh, wow. CC Suarez, who is a YouTuber, has made it her life mission for legal eyes to be on her. Teckenbrock. Thanks, Emma Swan. Yeah, I mean, just do it. Just report people. Just report people, because if you are mad about something, the only thing really as viewers is you can report. Now, you're not going to be able to report everybody for everything, and it's probably not going to make a difference. It's probably not going to make a difference. But so what do y'all think about the big breakup though? That's what I'm trying to get. I was trying to get y'all really to come up with. I'm trying to figure out why in the hell people with these creators don't care what they do. But if the right one, if you get mad at the right person, or boom, like their channel can tank or anything can happen. You had 2 LDS people at your door? Wow. Just today? Wow. Oh, I'll have to check that out. I'll have to go check her out. So, I mean, if here's the thing I think of. If a creator does something that it's like a red line for me, or line in the sand, I'm not, no, no. I'm not crossing that line. They did that and I'm not, no. I'm gone. I'm gone, right? And that's got to be pretty big for me to completely leave. And that would, one of those things would be like, I'm never going to go to a creator who lied about something to get money, you know, like that. I'm not, you're not, no, you're not going to see me. The breakup was crazy. Who do you think is, who do you think in this recent breakup is going to come out? I mean, like, do you think people are going to go all to one or two people? Who's going to, there's like 5 people they broke, all split up and stuff. Who's going to go where? Are they going to end up hating each other and going at each other? Are they just going to not talk about each other? Anybody? Nobody? Hmm. Do you think Brittany's lying about the attorney? Does anybody put a 1 in the chat if you think Brittany lied about the funds for the attorney? Does she even have an attorney? That's what I'm saying. Is there really an attorney for the 8K, 10K, 12K? Now I've heard it's up to 12K. 1, you think she's lying? Anybody else? Victoria says she's lying. In my opinion, she may have paid for a strategy from an attorney. Oh, like send out C&Ds and then we're going to send this stuff to YouTube and get this channel taken down. I think the attorney works with NC's attorney, Amber. Oh, yeah, that's funny. I think there was an attorney, but not all the money went to him. Yeah, I think so too. I think that she talked to this guy. I mean, I don't think she stole his name to create C&Ds. So I don't know, you know, I think that's what he did, some C&Ds. And then maybe he sent some stuff to YouTube. I mean, it's possible that all happened. But what I don't get is if you have a receipt for that, if you gave him all this money, why can't you get a receipt from him that just shows a 1 page, just on a 1 sheet? This is your receipt. I would. If y'all were if y'all were coming at me and saying, why haven't you shown me where the money is? I've never done that kind of fundraiser. I guess I would if I had to, but I would be so open with it. There wouldn't be any of this moving the cup with the ball under it going, look, and here's the receipt for, well, here's a receipt. Oh, wait, that one. Oh, wait, I got to redact something. Here's a receipt for, that's the way she did it. Like, I don't get it. Lots of people think she's lying. Essentially, they would provide guidance, but not in court. She did not have an attorney, perfectly imperfect. I'm with you. Well, no, I mean, I think she had him. I think she had the C&Ds done by him. That's all I think. She might have consulted one, but not actually hired on because it will cost too much. True. I think she paid him to send C&Ds, and that's all. Nothing more, nothing less. So we're looking at a few $100s, like the $200 receipt, and not 8K or 10K or 12K. Someone pointed out that the email she showed was a different email than what's listed on his official info. Great Dane Lover, I've been thinking about that. How easy you can set up an email. I guess it depends on what if an email is under a business a domain, like if I had the Scoop with Barb website and I had, Barb at the scoopwithbarb.com, is my email. I'm scared I'm going to say my whole name. So you can't fake that. I'd like to see what email it was, because the way he answered her supposed question of these people are saying I didn't really send you the $8,000, and the reply was, "You sure did send me that money," something like that. It didn't sound like any more official than just saying it's. The receipts don't match, so if I could see them all on one sheet with the lawyer's name on it, I might be more inclined to believe her. Yeah, I mean, but even at this point, I wouldn't even. I don't know. I guess at this point, I probably wouldn't believe it, even though I just said that. She needed to do that. I don't know. She was too busy showing off her and Craig's electronic toys and clothes to show she didn't have an attorney for a retainer. Art says, I do think she collected way more than she legitimately spent. I totally agree with that one. Yeah, it's just weird to be asking for money and then throwing all these new things in her community's face, almost rubbing it in. Yeah, on top of Craig sitting in the background saying that if she didn't raise all the money, he could pay it. He could pay it all. It's nothing. And her saying that, was it 8K she said was nothing? I'm like, can I have 8K? Give it to me. I'll make it into something. The other thing that irks me is that she bought Craig all these things, yet is considering a Christmas wish list. Get the heck out of here. No doubt. She definitely used Rancho Harris for the C&Ds, but that's it, in my opinion, Emma says. Mona Lisa. Going on a spending spree right after collecting 8+ G's cannot be ignored. Yeah, why are we deflecting from this? Why are we deflecting from this when anybody does it? She also named her offspring Neil, Kneel. Yes, that's true. I forgot about Craig saying that he had the money for a lawyer. Yeah, because Craig inherited money and he's going to pay the lawyer with it. He is going to pay. Well, I was hopeful that you guys, I really have this question, what would you do? Not getting a lot of feedback for it. What would you do? What would you do? Because no, I don't have people who I'm not this big creator that everybody's crazy about and everything. What would you do if I came on here and lied and said, I'm dying and I need $10,000 because I've got to have people come in and help me, bring me food and take care of me and help take care, do all the stuff that I do every day, and help me and I'm sick and I need help and I, blah, blah, and I need money. And then you found out I was over here buying new computers and all that stuff. Just put me in that. Just say if it was me, would y'all still come around? It's not even a level playing field because I'm not even monetized and I don't make money. But now I heard she's making a Christmas list. She's been gonna get a post office box for 20 years. She's been gonna make. I don't know why she doesn't want to make a Christmas list. But well, for one thing, because Amazon doesn't sell. I don't know. Do they sell the stuff the phones and stuff they all want? That's insane, but unfortunately, BJ's members and subscribers will help pay BJ for anything she wants or says she needs. Lori, I don't think that's what she named her child even matters. Just weird to bring that up. I mean, it's fine. She brought it up. It is kind of weird to name your kid that, but again, I'm trying to ask a question and nobody seems to want to answer me. Would you not just turn your back on me? Would you keep coming in here? Or you just keep coming in here because you want to hear all the gory details. Great Dane lover. You email me something. Emma, it is, and other creators do that. If it was me and that was my money, I would take her to court. Read it later. Okay, thanks. I would be so shocked if you lied about a fake health issue. Well, I'm not going to. You would be shocked. But I mean, we can't really take me because I don't do that. I made it. I'm in the middle of moving and old, so it's taking me a lot longer than I thought it would. Hey, Debbie. No, I wouldn't be hurt and probably not come back. You would be hurt, Lori Green says. I know you would never lie. No, I would never lie about something like that. I would take her to court also if it was my money. So everybody's just saying if it was your money, you would take her to court, or would you keep going in her chat? Would you be friends with these people? If you were that Scamanda's friend who lied, if you were a member of that church, would you still be her friend? I would be furious. You would be surprised, depending on the amount, but probably not worth court. All right. That's why I left NC, because of the fake fundraisers. She did so many of those. You would be respectful, but you wouldn't be her friend. What would you be respectful over? Like, in what way would you respect that person? Because maybe they just have a pathological lying problem. I mean, I don't have respect for people. Like, I'm just saying, like, I don't respect people who lie about such things. So I'm just trying to figure out what about that person would you respect? No, I'm just waiting on you to answer. Emma says, I would be furious as well and never return and take her to court for lying about how much money was used, since she bragged about everything she bought. Rebel Red says, ladies especially can be very quietly embarrassed. They've been shook down and rather put it down to experience. Lori Green, there are all kinds of laws now for fundraising nowadays, and you could go straight to jail. That's true. Hey, T. Adams. Hey, Barb, stopping by to say hi. We are at the farm today. Beautiful day. Yeah, it is a beautiful day. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Good to see you. Perfectly imperfect. I always have my guard up when I meet people. Also, my point earlier about the bar. Just if we were in public, I wouldn't make it awkward for anyone standing around. So I would be, not in her face. Oh, so you're being respectful. You mean you just wouldn't go up to her and go, you dumb bitch, and pop her right in the nose, right? That's good. But behind the scenes, you wouldn't be like friends with her anymore, right? Polly's Cookie says, the scoop with Barb, don't knock yourself for being on the self-controlled side or meek for one. So appreciate your calm demeanor and rational delivery. Those loud, arrogant ones drive me away. Well, thanks, Polly. Polly's Cookies. That's the loud ones that get all the attention, though, right? They get all the attention. I want some attention. Wake and bake. How's it going? Toxicity says, I just don't like people raising money under false pretenses. Lori, I'm too scared to do even the legal one, plus so many are struggling. Yeah, I just told somebody that yesterday. I'm not monetized, and I'm like, it's hard for me to get totally motivated to spend a whole lot of time working on my channel when I'm not making any money. I mean, that's just the facts of it. It's just, it's time consuming, and if I'm in the mood, I'm in the mood, but it's a lot of work to not make any money. But here I am, right? And I'm like, and I'm not pushing my, Cash App or anything, because I feel like everybody's going through a hard time right now. And maybe January is just the best time for me to get monetized again, which I hope. It's no guarantee that it'll be in January, but hopefully. How is she going to pay Granny's attorney's fees? You talking about Brittany? Well, maybe that 10K is part of that. If I witnessed someone lying about a major thing, I would not remain friendly with that person. But to hear about past events, it makes it easier to forgive if I wasn't around when it happened. Okay, so witness someone. So if you would not remain friendly if it was someone that lied about a major thing. But to hear about past events, it makes it easier to forgive if I wasn't around when it happened. So, okay, I mean, I see what you're saying. You're saying that something they did before you knew them, but what if they're still perpetuating that? There's some people who will lie about stuff and they still, to this day, lie about that stuff. I'm kind of surprised courts and attorneys accept those cases. Good to see y'all. What is what the green team wants? Sad to see it all go down. Oh, no, not at all. I would be furious. I would be hurt because I would never lie. Yes, and that's what I'm saying. There are so many people struggling that I'm not pushing anybody right now to help me. I'm okay. But come January, when I get monetized, then yeah, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I want new members and stuff. And that's assuming things get better in January. I mean, Trump's lowering the tariffs because groceries got too expensive. Those beautiful tariffs are coming down on coffee and meat and stuff. That's going to help. They should have never been put there. You think Nick the Hat had his hands in the 8K? Okay. Just Retro Stuff TV show channel, Justin. Hey, Justin, Retro Stuff TV show channel. Can I come up on panel? No, I don't have an open panel. And I don't even know you. Sorry, everyone. My comments keep posting before I hit the send button. I'm busy and voice to text is screwing me over. I will be listening. Okay, Lori. Hey to all in chat. I'm chasing my dogs at the moment. See, Adams, get them dogs, girl. Get them dogs, girlfriend. Anybody got anything else they want to talk about? Let me play this while y'all think about that. Let's play this. Be Tim at his finest. I don't know what to tell you, but you guys have been looking for B10 for months or years even. And one quick little viewing, I found B10. And look what B10 does when he says he's going to work. I think y'all can't see me. I don't know what to tell you, but you guys have been looking for B10 for months or years even. My thing flashed, and I don't know if y'all can still hear me. Can y'all still hear me? Can y'all hear me? Wake and Bake. I don't know if y'all can hear me because I think I lost y'all for a minute, or I got lost. But I think I'm back. I like your channel, Wake and Bake says. I was checking out your WNBA videos. I have stories about the WNBA. Wake and Bake, I'd love to hear them. I hope the WNBA comes back. So y'all never even lost me. Tiff says, what about Clue and Cletus and Truth being caught manufacturing messages like Brittany did it? Yeah, I haven't figured out who did all that, Tiff. Like, I don't know. I don't know who did all that. You love that video? The B10 video? I don't know. I don't know. It was just funny. Should be a fireman. That dude could pour cold water on anything. Red. That dude's next level. People are going to learn. I don't give a damn who don't talk about it. It was wrong. You hear me loud and clear? On which part? What do you mean? What? Like, okay. Yeah. Well, I think I lost y'all for a minute. Tiffany has gone at so many people on here. I don't think people know. Ollie, but nobody will touch that. Yeah, I don't know about those everybody's doing all these videos about this YouTube troll and how it was Brittany and it said Brittany's, like, I don't, y'all never lost me. That is so weird. Well, I lost y'all because when I looked over here, I was gone. And maybe I don't know, maybe Timmy was still playing. So I didn't, I guess y'all saw him. I just played him again. Well, guys, I'm just out of sorts over here, messing up and not even know what I'm talking about. So if you're in the middle of any of these channels and any of this is causing y'all problems, or maybe you just enjoy the distraction. I mean, I'm using it as a distraction from real life, like what's going on in the world. But because what's going on in the world, the stuff that's going on is more worrisome to me than YouTubers arguing. So you haven't been to them in a few days. I don't know. It was obvious it wasn't Brittany. Yeah. I really don't think that Brittany is able to do a lot of the stuff that they say she's doing. So I don't think that she's got enough, what do you say, attention to detail to do something like that, to make that up. I just don't. She seems so scattered when she's on, doing her channel with all the stopping and going. And I'm not on TikTok, but I believe that. I only support the truth. I'm not crucifying anybody. You naturally like things balanced. I'm not crucifying. I told you, I don't hate Brittany or anything like that. I see a lot of this. I don't watch everybody. You can't watch everybody on here. And I'm not going to get in the middle of what's going on between the other creators who, I've mentioned things and this mentions things, no big deal, about how I feel about some of this stuff. Not me. Okay. I like things balanced as well. I'm like a logical thinker. I don't think crazy thought. Conspiracies, yeah, I can get off on those. But I don't, I'm just more calm. I think it's time for me to get some medication. I'm the voice of reason on YouTube. The voice of reason is about to go have a little medical marijuana break. I agree she can't follow up on a seatbelt ticket. She did pay her seatbelt ticket, though. Y'all have a great day. I appreciate you being here, and I'm sorry it wasn't the best video ever, but we're here, and I just like to chat with y'all, and you love it, Tiff. If y'all didn't, please hit the thumbs up, and I'll check back in with y'all after I get that mammogram tomorrow. If you're a female, I know men get them. Men have breast cancer too, but women, get your annual mammogram. And what else? Yeah, I'm gonna make a video about it. Make a little short about it, maybe. I'm on my way to get my mammogram. And then I'll go in there while they're doing it and I'll hold the camera. No, you can't, because they smash it. They smash it one at a time. It's literally smashed, but it's not hurt. It's not painful or anything. I don't want to. Oh, yeah, on those too. Yeah, I like that, Ark. I like for people to be able to come in here and chat about your boobies. Rhonda, is that because there was a problem or you just missed it? Because, I mean, I know it's scary when they call back. It can be really, really scary. So, yeah, that's what I'll be doing. And the rest of the day, let's go watch some football or something. I'll see y'all soon.